Hi guys, this is chapter 5 of Dory Phantasmagory. What is going on? Okay, so in the last chapter, she went to the doctor's office and she got a shot. And then she got to choose a lollipop and she stabbed the lollipop into the doctor's leg. And her mom got really mad, so let's see what happens. Chapter 5, Time Out. When we get home from the doctor's, I am in huge trouble. My mom tells me I have to go to my room for timeout. I say, you can just leave my dog food in a bowl outside my door. Woof. This makes my mom so mad, she grabs my paw and drags me up the stairs. Walk, she says. I am, I cry. I'm 2 legs, my mom yells. Alone in my room, I suddenly don't feel like being a dog at all. I've got too many problems as a dog. I show Mary my wound. She feels so bad for me. There's Dory showing Mary where she got her shot. I put my nightgown back on and then open my bedroom door a little bit. I can hear my family talking about me in the kitchen. Rascal gave the doctor a shot, says Luke, laughing. She's out of control, says Violet says. She's laughing too. Then I hear an unfamiliar voice. And she's still got a lollipop, says the voice? Who's that? Sound like a wicked old, huh? Is that Mrs. Gobblecracker? I do not believe it. I walk closer to the stairs to hear better. All she could do was bark. I've never been so embarrassed in my life, says my mom. How babyish, laughs the voice. Now I'm sure it is Mrs. Gobblecracker. And they're all sitting around the kitchen table together and laughing at me. And it sounds like they're eating popcorn. Timeout is just what she needs, says my mom. I agree. Keep her locked up, grumbles Mrs. Gobblecracker with a mouth full of popcorn. And there's her family eating popcorn. And there's her standing at the edge of the stairs being mad because of the popcorn. Why is she upset about popcorn? Oh. Hi. I run back to my room and tell Mary, Mrs. Gobblecracker's downstairs eating popcorn with my family. Popcorn! What's the big deal about popcorn, asks Mary. She's eating popcorn with my family. If Mary doesn't understand, I can't explain it. What are you going to do, asks Mary. No more hiding. No more disguises. No more tricks, I yell. Something serious has to be done. Like what, she says. Give me that banana. I'm calling Mr. Nuggy. Hello? Hi, it's me. Mrs. Gobblecracker's eating popcorn with our family. Yes, I said popcorn. I can't believe it either. So can you please come back? Whoa, that was fast. Look, he just hung up and he's already at her window. Mr. Nuggy crawls into the window and wipes his muddy boots. Thank you so much for coming. And he's holding a thing called ingredients. I brought this ingredient for a poison soup. He says, this is how we get rid of Mrs. Gobblecracker. Permanently. What will happen when she eats the soup, I asked. Well, first she will choke a little bit, and then her feathers will come out of her ears, and then her eyeballs will turn to gloopy yogurt, and then she'll drop dead. Oh, I say, hugging him, you're the best fairy godmother in the world. But something isn't quite right. I don't mean to be picky, I say, but could you try and look a little more like a fairy godmother? What do you have in mind, he asked. I run to my closet and get some dress-up clothes. Perfect. She put him in a dress. Next, we make signs for the door because Mr. Nuggy says we need privacy to make our soup. After we hang the signs, there's a knock on the door. It's Luke. Mom says you can come out of timeout now. No thanks. No thanks, I say, and shut the door. Timeout is turning out to be way too much fun. So they're putting signs. Go awa. Danger, but they spell danger, D-N-G-R. And then keep away. We don't want any more interruptions, so we decide to send Mary out to be our spy. Tell us if she's coming. And wear this wig, I say, and push her out the door. There's Mary being pushed out the door and wearing a wig.
even though they can't see her.
Now that it's quiet, Mr. Nuggy and I finally start cooking. We make the deadliest, most delicious poison soup for Mrs. Gobblecracker's dinner. Yuck. She'll love it. Ingredients: black olives, electricity, blood tubes and tailbones, all the rotten parts of apples in the world, dead wolf juice, and of course, chicken broth. When the soup is ready, we carry it down to the kitchen while Mary keeps Mrs. Gobblecracker distracted. Then Mr. Nuggy and I gather materials for a giant fort where we can hide until dinner time while Mary keeps a lookout. We grab blankets and sheets and pillows off the beds and collect all the rugs we can and towels and laundry and bath mats and put them all in a big pile surrounded by chairs. Then we have to move some tables and put the chairs on tables, and then we tie the whole thing up with a huge roll of ribbon. The amazing thing is we did this without my mom even noticing because she is on the phone. And then Mary is distracting Mrs. Gobblecracker. They're bringing that on. Look, she's on the toilet. Ah. Dinner's ready, calls my mom from the kitchen. Of course, Mrs. Gobblecracker is the first to arrive. Okay, now's our chance, I tell Mr. Nuggy. Go talk to her. From the fort, I can hear them in the kitchen. Good evening, Mrs. Gobblecracker. Nuggy, is that you? Nice dress. Thank you. I have an important message from Dory. You remember Dory, the baby you're coming for. She's agreed to go with you back to your cave. Forever. Great, because I almost forgot what I was doing here. Dory is just what I wanted. But after dinner, he says. No problem, she says. I'm starving. Now that it's safe for me to leave my hiding spot, I come to the table for dinner. I sit next to Mrs. Gobblecracker because I don't want to miss the moment when she chokes on her poison soup and drops dead. Hee hee hee. Mr. Nuggy and I make a polite conversation. Do you like ice cream? I asked Mrs. Gobblecracker. I can't think of anything more disgusting. Do you have a cell phone? I asked. No, but I really want one, she says. Can you get me one? Said Mr. Nuggy, looking unsure what to do next. Do you have a cat? I answered up. I ate my cat, she says. It was an accident. Oh, then I guess you aren't a vegetarian, I say. Yes, I would eat a vegetarian. Is that what we're having for dinner tonight? No, we're having soup, says Mr. Nuggy. Just soup. Everything goes smoothly until my dad comes in from work and sits on Mrs. Gobblecracker. Watch out! Can't you see that Tita's seat is taken? It is, says my dad, looking confused. You're sitting on Mrs. Gobblecracker, I tell him. Can you please move? It's been a long day, says my mom to my dad. At last, everybody's at their table and sitting in their proper seats. Mr. Nuggy serves the soup. Mrs. Gobblecracker picks up her spoon and tastes the soup. I hope she likes it. Wow, I think it's gonna work. She looks, oh my, not dead. I don't believe it. Yum. She's eating the poison soup and she's not dead. Delicious, says Mrs. Gobblecracker, spooning more into her mouth as it drips down her chin. The soup is a disaster. Nothing happens. No feathers in her ears, no yogurty eyeballs. This is the end of me. Mr. Nuggy whispers to me, I'm so sorry. I must have forgotten an ingredient. Ouch! Screams Mrs. Gobblecracker. Mary bit her ankle under the table. Thanks for trying, Mary, I say. But nothing can save me now. Mrs. Gobblecracker will probably bring me to her cave, I think, and put water in my cereal instead of milk, put me to bed too early and not let me jump on her couch, and she won't take me to the library, and she'll eat all my Halloween candy, and she'll always forget to buy bubble bath, and she'll put soggy sandwiches in my lunchbox, and she'll say my nightgowns are too small and they'll give them away to literal kids, and right when it's time for light my birthday candles, she won't be able to find matches, and she'll even cook me in a big pot. I'll miss you all, I tell my family. I was such a great kid, and now I'm going to be taken away forever. Bye, says Violet. So long, says Luke. As I'm being carried away out of the corner of my eye, I notice baby Cherry in her cradle in the living room. Suddenly, I don't need anyone's help. I can save myself. I wiggle out of Mrs. Gobblecracker's arms, run and pick up baby Cherry. I hold her up so high Mrs. Gobblecracker can get a good look. Take her. She's quieter and cuter. She stares at Cherry, and she stares at me, then back to Cherry, then to me. I take a deep breath and look very grown up. Humph, she says, grabbing Cherry from me. I open the door for her, and just like that, Mrs. Gobblecracker walks out the door with silly old baby Cherry. We're free! Yippee! There's Mary pulling off her wig. Funny. Then I hear screaming. It's my mom. She found my giant fort. Rascal, what is this mess? When did you do this? Clean this up right now. They play a lot during the cleaning of it. I hope you liked Chapter 5.